How do you handle it when someone disrespects you? It's a situation we all encounter, and honestly, it can be really tough to manage. But imagine if we could turn to the timeless teachings of Stoicism to guide us through these rough patches with calm and poise. In this video, we're going to delve into 10 practical Stoic strategies that will empower us to deal with disrespect more effectively. I invite you to stay resilient and join me all the way to the end of this video. Let's embark on this journey of personal growth together. Number 1. Stay calm. When someone disrespects us, our first impulse is to react, to let our emotions take the wheel. But here's where Stoicism shines as a beacon of wisdom. Stoicism teaches us that our true power lies not in reacting to external events, but in controlling our internal responses. Think about this. Stoics believe that tranquility comes from within. As the philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that when faced with disrespect, it's not the words or actions themselves that have the power to upset us, it's how we interpret them that truly counts. So, the next time you find yourself in a heated moment, try to take a step back. Imagine that there's a shield in front of you, letting only rational thoughts through, keeping the emotional reactions at bay. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings, but rather recognizing them without letting them dictate your actions. By maintaining your calm, you keep your power, control your situation, and stay aligned with Stoic wisdom. This is the essence of Stoicism, mastering your responses and choosing reason over reaction. Number 2. Think about your role. That brings us to a second critical point, thinking about your own role in the situation. It's a bit like stepping outside of yourself and looking in, isn't it? Stoicism encourages us to be observers of our own lives, constantly asking ourselves reflective questions. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, often spoke about observing one's own actions as if they were another's. It's about understanding that sometimes we might unintentionally contribute to the conflicts at hand. So when someone disrespects you, instead of immediately throwing blame or getting defensive, take a moment to self-reflect. Ask yourself, did I do something to provoke this reaction? Or, is there a lesson here that I'm meant to learn? It's not about being hard on yourself, it's about honest self-assessment, which is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. This form of self-reflection helps us grow and ensures that our actions align with our values. It's about striving to be the best version of ourselves, which is the ultimate goal in Stoicism. The idea here is not just to react differently, but to be different, to improve continuously through every interaction. By considering your role in each situation, you can turn every moment of disrespect into a stepping stone towards personal excellence. Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's challenges, but using them as opportunities for self-improvement. Number 3. Take a pause. Have you ever noticed how just a brief moment of silence can change the entire flow of a conversation? It's powerful, right? Stoicism places a huge emphasis on the power of pause. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, advised that even when our spirits are stirred, upset, or irritable, we should grant ourselves a pause. He understood that it's in these quiet moments that we can gather our thoughts and regain our composure. Think of it this way. When someone disrespects you, your immediate reaction might be to snap back or let anger take over. But what if you just pause? Take a deep breath. Give yourself a moment to step back from the heat of the moment. This pause isn't about inaction, it's about controlled action. It's giving yourself the opportunity to respond rather than react. This practice aligns perfectly with Stoic discipline. The pause allows you to connect with the Stoic ideal of rationality over emotion. It's about letting your rational mind catch up with your initial emotional impulse, ensuring that your response is measured, thoughtful, and, most importantly, aligned with your principles. By mastering the pause, you embody the Stoic virtue of self-control, turning potential conflicts into moments of personal victory and wisdom. This isn't just about avoiding negative outcomes. It's about fostering a mindset that approaches life with deliberate calmness and clarity. Number 4. Show empathy. This is where Stoicism really helps us to connect with others on a deeper level. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of understanding others. He said, "Whenever you feel an impulse to thwart a fellow human, make sure to turn this thought against yourself and temper the impulse. Feel also for your fellow human," underscoring the Stoic commitment to empathy. When you encounter disrespect, it's easy to see the other person as the enemy, but what if instead you tried to understand where they're coming from? Empathy allows you to step into their shoes, even for just a moment. It's about asking what might be causing them to act this way. Often people lash out because of their own struggles, pain, or misunderstanding. By practicing empathy, you're not just being kind, you're being wise. You're applying a fundamental Stoic principle that seeks to understand the world as interconnected and every person as part of a larger humanity. This perspective doesn't just reduce conflict, it enriches your own life, because in understanding others, we understand ourselves better. So, when faced with disrespect, try to extend empathy. You might find that this not only diffuses the situation, but also leads to better outcomes for everyone involved. Empathy in the face of disrespect isn't just about being nice. It's about being smart and practical, truly a Stoic way of engaging with the world. Number 5. Focus on your virtues. In Stoicism, virtues are not just nice qualities to have, they are essential to living a good life. The Stoics, like Epictetus, talked a lot about virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. They believed these are the core qualities that define our character and guide our actions. When you face disrespect, it's an opportunity to practice these virtues. Ask yourself, what does wisdom dictate here? Or, how can courage help me maintain my composure? This focus shifts your mindset from reacting emotionally to responding thoughtfully. It's not about suppressing your feelings, but channeling them into actions that reflect your deepest values. Focusing on virtues means you're not just reacting to the external world, you're shaping it with your internal strength. For example, if someone insults you, choosing the virtue of temperance might mean not escalating the situation. Instead, you demonstrate control and patience. This is what Stoics strive for, not to be swayed by external chaos, but to respond with internal order. By practicing virtues, you become a beacon of stability and integrity. This not only helps you handle disrespect more effectively, but also influences those around you. Stoicism teaches us that by embodying our virtues, we contribute to a more rational and just world. So, next time you encounter disrespect, remember, this is your chance to shine, to show what you stand for by focusing on your virtues. It's a powerful way to live and interact with the world, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Number 6. Accept what you can't change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Some things are in our control and others not." Understanding and embracing this distinction is key to maintaining your peace of mind. When you face disrespect, it's crucial to recognize what aspects of the situation you can influence and what you must simply accept. Often, the actions and words of others fall into the latter category. You can't control how others behave, but you can control how you respond. It's about acknowledging that their disrespect is their responsibility and your reaction is yours. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or passivity. Rather, it's about conserving your energy for things that truly matter and that you can affect. It's choosing not to let external circumstances disturb your inner tranquility. This Stoic practice frees you from unnecessary frustration and helps you remain focused on your own actions and growth. So, when confronted with situations of disrespect that you cannot change, remind yourself of this Stoic wisdom. Channel your efforts towards maintaining your composure and integrity. By accepting what you can't change, you're not surrendering. You're empowering yourself to live with dignity, regardless of external conditions. This Stoic acceptance is not only liberating, but also incredibly practical in daily life. Number 7. Use humor. It's a tool that might not seem very Stoic at first, but actually it fits right into the philosophy. Stoics like Seneca recognized the value of humor as a way to ease life's burdens and maintain perspective. He remarked that often we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and humor can be a brilliant antidote to this. When faced with disrespect, injecting a bit of humor can help lighten the atmosphere and shift the dynamics of the interaction. It's not about mocking the other person or belittling the situation, but rather about bringing a moment of levity that can diffuse tension and provide a fresh perspective. Humor can be a strategic tool in your Stoic arsenal. It allows you to maintain your composure by not taking the disrespect too seriously or personally. When you respond with a joke or a witty remark, it shows that you're in control of your emotions and not easily dragged down by negativity. Using humor also keeps your spirits up and shields your inner peace from being disrupted. It's a way to practice the Stoic virtue of cheerfulness amidst adversity. Remember, the goal is to use humor thoughtfully, ensuring it adds to the conversation and doesn't detract from your dignity or the respect you show others. Number 8. Set clear boundaries. Stoicism isn't about enduring poor treatment silently, it's about knowing when and how to assert yourself respectfully. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, emphasized the importance of living in agreement with nature. In the context of interpersonal relationships, this means recognizing and asserting your inherent worth in a calm and rational manner. When someone disrespects you, it's essential to communicate your limits clearly and firmly. This isn't about retaliating or being aggressive. It's about respectfully letting the other person know what is acceptable and what isn't. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and an essential component of Stoic practice. It involves understanding your values and ensuring that your interactions reflect these principles. Clear boundaries help maintain your dignity and encourage mutual respect in your relationships. They provide guidelines that not only protect you, but also guide the other person's behavior towards you. By setting these limits, you're not being confrontational. Rather, you're being clear about your expectations and the standards you set for how you're treated. Stoicism teaches us to be masters of our inner domain, and setting boundaries is a way to exercise control over your external interactions. When you set boundaries, you are practicing the Stoic virtues of wisdom and justice. You are wisely navigating complex social dynamics and ensuring that you are treated justly. So remember, next time you find yourself in a challenging situation, don't shy away from establishing clear boundaries. It's not just about protecting yourself, it's about creating a respectful and rational environment for everyone involved. This approach not only supports your well-being, but also aligns with Stoic ideals of living a virtuous and harmonious life. Number 9. Choose forgiveness. Forgiveness is a profound aspect of Stoicism that can transform how we handle disrespect. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus taught that others can only harm us if we permit them to do so, And part of that permission is holding on to resentment and anger. He advised us to look inward and control our responses, including our choice to forgive. When you decide to forgive someone who has disrespected you, it's not about condoning their behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of ongoing resentment. Holding on to anger is like holding a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Stoicism encourages us to release these toxic emotions, to cleanse our spirit for our own peace and tranquility. Choosing forgiveness is also a practice of wisdom, one of the core Stoic virtues. It involves understanding human flaws and accepting that everyone, including ourselves, sometimes acts out of ignorance or misunderstanding. By forgiving, you're acknowledging this shared human imperfection and choosing a path of compassion over conflict. Moreover, forgiveness is a testament to your strength. It's easy to stay angry. It requires much more courage and character to forgive. This doesn't mean you forget the disrespect or let down your guard against future incidents. Instead, you're making a conscious decision to not let past actions dictate your future happiness. Number 10. Change your perspective. Stoic practice is truly transformative. Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher and Roman emperor, reminded us, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This means that the power to define our experiences lies not in the events themselves, but in how we choose to see them. When faced with disrespect, instead of viewing it as a personal attack, try to see it as an opportunity. It's a chance to practice your Stoic virtues, to strengthen your character, and to enhance your resilience. Shift your perspective from victimhood to empowerment. Ask yourself, what can this teach me? Or, how can this help me grow? This shift is pivotal. It changes the game from being about the other person's actions to being about your growth and response. Changing your perspective is also about realizing the relative significance of the disrespect. In the grand scheme of things, how big of an impact does this incident really have on your life? Often, we magnify conflicts in the heat of the moment, which can distort our understanding of their true importance. By adopting a broader view, you can reduce the emotional charge of the situation and respond more calmly and effectively. This broader perspective aligns with the Stoic concept of seeing ourselves as part of a larger whole. It helps us maintain equanimity by reminding us that most disruptions are temporary and not as catastrophic as they might seem. This mindset not only aids in dealing with disrespect, but also enriches our overall approach to life's challenges. So, embrace the power of changing your perspective. By doing so, you align with the Stoic practice of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and reactions. Remember, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is not just a philosophical statement, it's a practical strategy for living a more fulfilled and resilient life. As we wrap up our deep dive into Stoic principles, let's remember that Stoicism isn't about burying your feelings, it's about channeling them effectively. By embracing these 10 foundational concepts, you can maintain your composure and strength even in the face of disrespect and negativity. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help more people discover the rich insights of ancient philosophy. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more enriching content on ancient wisdom. I truly appreciate your time and engagement. Be sure to check out the videos popping up on your screen for more Stoic wisdom, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Continue your journey with us, stay engaged, and as always, stay Stoic.